back to my YouTube channel, and if it's your first time, thank you so much for clicking. My name is Ruth Kim. I'm a Kenyan living here in Germany, and here on my channel I share my own experiences as a foreigner living here in Germany. I share some fun vlogs here and there, and if you haven't subscribed, consider subscribing and support us, sister. Anyways guys, on today's video I'm going to talk about being black or raising African kids in diaspora, how we face racism and how we deal with racism, how we talk to our kids about racism, how we go about it. On my last video I talked about some of the things to consider while raising kids in diaspora, and racism was one of the things to consider. And I said, because it's a very, very wide topic, I'm going to share it, or I'm going to talk about it on its own video, and that's how I ended up here. Yes guys, and I'm liking my top. It's an African top. If you're in Germany, let me know if you would like to get such a top. Yes, sometimes it's so good. I just love the way our African stuff are colorful. Yes. Anyways, let me dive straight to the point. Like I said on my other video, I'm a mom and I have 2 girls. I'm married to a Kenyan husband, and my kids are between the age of 1 and 5, and we are raising them here in Germany. And they are both going to kindergarten. That means they are integrating themselves out there. They are meeting other kids with different skin color, with different hair color, with different hair texture, and questions are starting to come in. And so today I'm going to talk to you about racism and how to deal with it if you're raising your kids here in Germany or in diaspora. Before you talk to your kids about racism, you have to reflect yourself. What do I mean by this? We have Africans who are worse than even the white people, who are worse racist than even the white people. We have Africans who can stand the white people. We have Africans who bring up the race card in all the situation, in everything they do, in every circumstance they are in, they bring in the race card. They don't buy a train ticket, and when they are being caught, they say, oh, you're asking me because I'm black. Do they stay there? If you're black, you buy a train ticket? No, everybody is supposed to buy a train ticket when they're driving with the train somewhere. So, but we have this kind of people. They have fixed their mentality. If a German is staring at them, and sometimes maybe that some person is just looking at you, but their mind and thoughts, they are very, very far. You feel like they are looking at you because they are racist, because they don't like you, because they don't like your skin color, because they don't like the way your hair looks like. We have such parents, and this makes me so sad, because if you're such kind of a parent and you came here on your own, you took a plane from your country, or you took a ship or a boat, you decided, I want to spend the rest of my life, or I want to spend a few years in Europe, and you have that kind of a mentality, you're in the wrong place, my dear. You're in the wrong place. So before you talk to your kids about racism, reflect. Reflect yourself. Think about yourself. How do you see it? How do you deal with it? How am I going to talk about it with my kids? And another thing, before you tackle a situation with your kids, share that situation with someone else. Maybe from your culture, or maybe from the other culture, like with the German. You can share the situation with someone from your culture and share the situation with a German, so that you can know how to deal with such a situation. Yeah, it's always good to talk to other people before you talk to the child, so that you can reflect the position of that situation before you talk it out with the child. Some of you guys might be thinking, oh, she's just a new mom, her kids are between the age of 1 and 4-year-old. But guys, it's good to have a conversation about racism with your kids even at a younger age, because situation with racism, either passive or active, will play a role. And as they get older, they are ready for deeper conversations. And this conversation should continue as your child develops, because the same kind of racism they're going to face when they are in kindergarten is not the same kind of racism they're going to face when they're in school. It's not the same kind of racism they're going to face when they are working or when they are out there. So the conversations should continue as they develop, as they grow. Like I say, talk to your kids about racism when they are young. Start when they are young. Talk about the physical differences, like the color of the skin, the texture of the hair. Talk to your kids about that, but in a positive and a very concrete way. Explain to them things like different color, different hair texture, different facial features, that they are all equal and that the diversity is a good thing. Sometimes kids are going to ask you some stupid things. Don't just ignore them. Explain to them in a positive way. If they ask us something like, for example, why is my hair different? Just tell them, your hair is different, it's curly, and because it's afro. If they ask you why someone is on covering their head, tell them like some Muslim women cover their head and shoulders with a scarf, and it's called hijab. This shows that they believe in God or Allah. Just tell them the truth. Tell them the way the situation is and why it's like that. Talk to them. It's also very, very important to look at the commonalities that connect us all as human beings. Zum Beispiel is, for example, in German. For example, food, hobbies. They might have they like playing football, and the other kids also love playing football. Like, we have to point at the commonalities. Provide books, toys, or children programs that feature all races. Like, we have black people in them, white people in them. That's also a good thing. Like, it shows tuko pamoja, we are together. And it's a multicultural. The history of your origin as a family. Let your child know who they are. Like I talked on the other video, let them know their country, let them know their heritage. Give them information about their origin, their heritage, where they come from. Let them learn their culture. We all know that toddlers, they have no filter. They have no filter when they're talking. They're just going to say something, and sometimes it's like you don't know how to tackle it. Use that opportunity and clear things out. To be positive and diversity. Positive and diversity is the key. For example, if your kid asks you why are some kids brown and some kids white or black, let them know that in the world we have people with different skin color, and that's what makes the world beautiful. You have to be positive about it. And keep in mind that you won't have the right answer every time your child asks you something. Sometimes they're going to ask you something and you're like, oh no, where do I start? How do I explain this? Just tell them, baby or mommy, give me time. I'm going to give you an answer to that. Go do your research. Go find out before you just say anything just because you wanted to run away from that question. Guys, if, for example, if your child tell you something like they want to be white, I know this is the saddest thing that your African child can tell you, but try to understand the source of these. Try to understand her feeling, because this is most likely that a racism experience is behind it. Understanding the source of their feeling, that feeling of wanting to be white, will make you clear up misunderstanding, because unless you understand why the person wants to be white, you won't be able to help them. The most important thing is, straight from the beginning, let your kids understand that black, brown is beautiful. Let them know that they are perfect. This is the worst part, because we have parents. I know I'm an African like me. This is why I had to put this extra wig today. We have parents who their kids have never seen their natural hairs, or they know their natural hairs, but every time mommy is going out there, mommy has a wig. And you want your child to go to school with her afro hair. You, back at home, you're showing her that afro hair is not beautiful. But you want her to go to school with her afro hair. How is she going to appreciate that afro hair? And that's why they are going to start telling you, oh, mommy, I want long hair like you. Oh, mommy, I want... This is why I said it starts from home. So if you teach your child that black is beautiful, Afro hair is beautiful, they are going to appreciate that. Make them understand that we are pretty, we are beautiful, and it's enough. But let it start with us. I know I'm on a wig and I'm like contradicting myself. Yeah. But I'm not always like this. Anyways, be clear about your stand when it comes to racism. If you see a picture and that picture is portraying racism, talk about it. Tell her, I don't like this and this and this. If you're somewhere and someone tried to say something which is not appropriate, tell them that was not okay. You find it's being disrespectful, and they're not supposed to say such things before you or even in front of your kids. Anyways, I know this is a very, very complex topic. This is a very, 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 very complex topic. And maybe I'll get someone else who can share their own opinion when it comes to this topic. I feel like up to now I'm doing a good job, because we went back home in December. This is just a by the way. And my daughter, when we were driving from the airport, she was like, Mommy, why is everyone brown? Why is everyone brown? She doesn't say black, she says brown. And we both, me, why am I speaking too much German? Me and my husband, we were like, Eliana, we are in Africa, in our home country, which is Kenya. And in Kenya, most of the people are brown, like your mom and your dad and you and your sister. And that was the last time she asked that. Yeah. Anyways, teach your kids. Just inform yourself out there. Just if you're out here bringing up kids, like I said, don't always bring up the race card. Imagine your child who is 4 years old is being asked in kindergarten, Eliana, why are you 4 years old? Why are you asking me that? Teach your kids to be positive. You know, those people who are asking our kids. If a teacher asks my daughter, why are you brown? Hey, this one just even brought me a point. Fight for your kids. Fight for your kids. If your kids are big, I know mine are still small, and they're facing racism either from teachers or from other kids in school, go fight for your kids. Don't let your kids go to school and stay there like they are being rained on just because they feel different, they feel unappreciated, they feel they're not pretty. Fight for your kids. If you can't speak German, look for someone who can help you fight for your kids. Stand there, be firm. You have to show them that they are beautiful, they are pretty, and they have to appreciate themselves. Anyways, on that point, let's take this week out and appreciate our Afro hair. Guy. Anyways, I'm on Sister Locks, guys. Yes. Thank you so much, guys, for watching, and see you on the next one. Bye bye.